So I just want to just do a little intro here of this before I start the reading. Okay. Now a lot of you know what twin flames are, or you wouldn't be interested in watching this video. So what I'm going to do is I am going to delve in deep here, just very quick explanation how this is going to, you know, align with your sign here. So a twin flame, what is a twin flame? Well, a twin flame is one soul that has kind of split into two. One soul that is kind of split into two, and one part of this soul has gone on their own journey, and the other part of the soul has gone on another journey on this plane, you know, on this spiritual plane. So and this soul could have gone right back in time. You know, we're talking about past lives here, past life souls, you know, and very, very rare occasions, very rare that these souls reunite, you know, come together to you know, teach what they've learned on their journey. So one of these half souls will reunite with a more evolved kind of spiritual journey and want to teach the other half of the soul, you know, oh gosh, it's like, well, it's not like this, but it's like this. I have learned so much that I need to tell you about here. Gosh, I have been through, you know, through wars, through battles, through heartbreak, through pain, and you know, I've seen starvation. I've seen, you know, I've seen people suffering. I've suffered myself. Gosh, I need to, you know, teach you this. So, you know, as a whole soul, okay. And these souls are old as well. They are very old. They go back many lifetimes, okay. And the other soul, the other half of the soul, has not evolved as much as the other half, okay, when they come together. And this is very challenging, okay. When this happens, it does happen very rarely. It may happen in a lifetime that these two souls come together to teach each other their kind of lives, their life's journeys. So this is what we've got here, and when these two souls merge together of like this union, they will fear it because it's too intense. You know, it's very intense. The other person is saying, "Yeah, I feel you. I know what you need to do. I've experienced that. I can, you know, I've been through that. I can tell you all about that." And so this other person has to go and learn this. So they may come back, but they may go away again, okay, to learn other things on their journey, so they can come back to this soul and complete this soul and say, well, I've learned this, and I can teach you too what I have learned. It's a kind of union that will never, you know, a connection that will never be forgotten. You could be away from each other for 5 years, 2 years, but you will never forget that connection. You will return to each other eventually, okay, to teach each other the lessons here. And when you do meet your twin flame, if you're lucky to meet a twin flame, this person can bring out the worst in you. You know, this person can bring out the worst in you because, you know, when you was with this person, it felt like home. You know, you felt like you could talk about your deepest desires, your deepest fears, and you felt as if all the layers were peeled off and you could be yourself, you know, like this soul underneath this body, this shell, and you felt like you could just be who you are. And the other person too, it's like two souls together, or two half souls together dancing. There's always something like a mountain in between a twin flame, because we're talking about two half souls coming together, both on different kinds of evolvements of learning. So there's a mountain to move. There's always a mountain to move, and it's always unconventional. You know, it's an unconventional relationship. You know, it may be miles and miles in distance apart, you know, and you've got to move mountains to be with that person. It could be the parents hate that person. You know, I told you so, I told you not to be with that person, you know, because they're still making mistakes and they're still learning, but that person keeps coming back, like an on and off. It's like one of those relationships that are on and off, and they keep coming back. But I've learned that lesson from last time, you know, and this keeps going, this dance keeps going until both partners have learned, okay. But there's usually one that's more evolved than the other one, and that's the stayer. And the other one is the goer, you know, the one that leaves and comes back, one that leaves and then returns. Oh, I've learned that lesson, I've come back to tell you that I've learned that lesson, but I must go because I need to learn more, okay. And they'll come back and they'll explain it again. So it's very much an on and off situation. Now, I'm not saying that on and off situations are a great idea, but this person you just feel very authentic with. You can confide with them. You feel vulnerable. You're able to be vulnerable with this person. You can tell them all your secrets, and you know that your secrets are safe with that person. There's a lot of depth and intimacy and open-heartedness with this person. It feels like you feel at home, you know, you've arrived when you're with this person. And it feels out of this world when you share your heart, because your heart together is one, you know, your soul is one, and when you come together and bond together, your heart is one, okay, and you share the same space, and that's why this connection is very scary. You connect on all chakra levels too, and you can read this person like a book. There's telepathy, you know what they're thinking. You could be miles and miles apart, and you know what that person is doing and thinking, okay. It could even be, you know, it could be somebody close to you, a twin flame. It could be your daughter, your daughter, your son, you know, and you know what they're thinking. There's this connection. Because they're part of you, you know, it's like you gave birth to that person, so it's like part of you, you know, is within that person. But as in twin flames, you are together. When you're together, there's nothing that compares that, and you'll never forget. Although you may drift, you know, you may drift your own separate ways to find your spiritual learning, your spiritual path, but you'll merge back together again to teach each other. And that is what my interpretation is of a twin flame, okay. If both twin flames are fully evolved, and they eventually after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, they eventually come together as learning lessons, and they eventually come together, then that is an absolutely beautiful thing. That is very, very spiritual, you know. Lots of things in sync, you know. Many things are in sync. You can read that person's mind. There's lots of telepathy, and that's just an amazing you know, but that is very rare. That is very rare to actually two souls that are on now reach the same evolvement coming together. Okay, so that's my take on twin flames. So let's have a look how this aligns with your particular sign. Okay. Hello Aries, and welcome. This is your twin flame aligned with Aries, okay, for March going into April. So March and April. I can't not wear my glasses because I can't see without them, so I do apologise. I do like to give eye contact, but I will try. So let's get along with the reading for Aries, okay. I hope you enjoyed the intro and it gives you some kind of idea what's you know, what to expect here. Okay, on this journey, Aries, understanding here what this journey is about. Okay, that's what I'm getting here for the twin flame reading. Understanding what this journey is about here, and I'm just going to take this off the bat, so please just bear with me as I pick up spiritually here. I'm not going to rush because these things I like to savour, I like to enjoy, okay, and I like to take my time to pull in spiritual energies and messages here. Okay, the first messages I'm getting is understanding on this journey, understanding. Okay, the Nine of Earth, discipline here, self-reliance and self-control, and security. So I do pick this up as because I'm linking into your twin flames here, reading self-reliance and self-control. Now I get this as a very fierce kind of independent soul here. Okay, your side, your soul here, your half of the twin flame, okay, is very, very strongly independent. And I guess this is what you're understanding here, that and I get a commitment issue here. Now this could be you or it could be the other person here, but I do get this is you. I feel you're independent and you've got the world at your feet, and I feel you're not ready to give up this independence. You're not ready to give this independence, so I guess you're not ready to merge with this soul here, to you know, to merge together with anybody. I don't feel that's what I've got here, Aries. Now there could be also we'll look into this because some of you may be making a commitment here, okay. I'm not saying it's all of you, but I do get somebody who's at the back of their mind is thinking about commitment, but when is the best time to do this? When is the best time to do this? And you may be getting signs of this, you know, that you know, it's not the right time to do this at this present time. I think the synchronization is all out of sync, you know, all wrong here. So I get no attachment, but kind of thinking I have to think about this. It's like you there's a battle going on here with your own head here. When is the right time to commit? When is the right time? When is the best time to commit? I do see for some of you, you may be committing with somebody. There's a celebration here and transformation. So although you are an independent soul, you some of you are committing here, But is this your twin flame? Is this your twin flame? Okay. Okay, there is a need here. I do get a need to bond, to come together. There's a need to come together. Yeah, I've got here. The next card is the Two of Water. And this is, you know, you need to come together with this person if you want a harmonious partnership, a loving, lasting connection of souls. Okay, so it is your, this is your twin soul here, twin flame, coming together, connection of souls. So I get, yeah, there is this there has been this issue of non-commitment in the past, but now there's an understanding of this, that there is a need for this now, this bond here. And you do feel quite solid within yourself. I feel you've been on this journey of, actually I do feel quite solid, but there is temptations around you, temptations to remain non-committal. For some of you, yes, you're going to make a commitment. For some of you here, there's still this temptation ready. You're not ready yet. And when is the best time for you? This is what I've got here. When is the best time for you? I can hear you saying this too, because it could be the other way around. You may be saying to this other person, when is the best time for you? You know, when is the best time for you to make a commitment? I get somebody here trying to get away with being with somebody but not attaching, no attachment, emotional attachment. It's like making a commitment but having their own independence, if that makes sense. Yeah, there is a battle here. Okay, I will get married but I'm staying independent, kind of thing. Or I will make a commitment but I will keep my own independence. There is self-contemplation and here, and procrastinating, too much procrastinating over understanding the need for commitment and attachment. You know, if you make a commitment, you're committing to be attached to someone and to bond with someone on a deep level, you know. And I get this, you're rejecting this. You're rejecting this. It's very much a push pull kind of situation here with you, Aries. The other person is pushing you to make this commitment, or the other way around, and the other person is pulling away. So I get you are having to be strong here. Somebody may have made a commitment, although they feel that they prefer to stay independent. And there's a warning here. This is quite dangerous. It's saying the Nine of Fire. The Nine of Fire is saying reevaluate this, because if your journey's not complete yet, you need to stop and wait before proceeding, and question this further, because maybe there's a reason why you're being pulled away from this commitment. Okay, because I've got the Ten of Air. There is an ending here for some of you, not all of you. Okay, there is an ending because of this non-committal situation, and this person has to go off on their own journey to kind of find what it is that they want here, and more kind of clarity. The Five of Fire. honouring these differences. Honouring these differences. Okay, I get that you like being with this person, you like their company, but you're also tempted by your freedom here, your own freedom, your own independence. And there's calling here. There's a purpose for this. Okay, there is a purpose for this calling you away from this. You know, you may see signs that this is not the right time. When is the right time? When is the right time? I can see these signs in front of me. When is the right time? I get a calling here that this is not the right time. And you have to be true to yourself here, and you like your independence. You're trying to find your own authenticity here. But there is this person around you, and you know, and there's a connection of souls. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the Heart Oracle deck here on top of this. This is very challenging, because you can see the signs right in front of you that, you know, this is the wrong thing to do, and or because I feel one of you does not want to commit, but the other person does. Okay, and their heart is not fully in it, and I get that. You know, there is this sense of, you know what, I'll do this anyway, but I will still keep my independence after I make this commitment, kind of thing. Nothing is going to change here. I'm going to still have my single life, although I've committed here to you. But I do get this Aries, for some of you, this Aries is just not going to commit. Okay, there's too many temptations to commit to this person. Okay, yeah, and I feel that you feel that with this person, connection of souls, this is quite frightening and it's quite big, and you're frightened of this because it is quite big, it's huge, this commitment. And although you're pulling away, and although there's a calling away from this person, you are you need more. With you, it's like, I need more information, I need more facts here. I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Okay, so I feel solid. I feel solid the way things are. Why do we need to, you know, commit to each other? Because I actually feel solid here. There's no need to do this. You know, I don't want to, you know, I still have a connection with you. Why do we need to take this step? You know, I get that. Why do we need to take it to that level, you know, whatever level that is? And it's like, what if I get what if, you know, what if this, what if that, what if you know, what if this happens, what if that happens, and all of this. So there's something here that's finding a balance. Okay, finding a balance, and it feels like either you or the other person has got to move a mountain here. Because there may be mountains between you. There could be a distance, a long distance situation here. You know, I'm looking at this tangibly. We're too far apart. We've got miles between us. How do we find the balance here? How do we find the balance? I'm tempted by but I feel you or the other person is watching the other person, you know, on social media. I get that too. Although there's a denial of this connection here, there's a battle within here, and it's scary. This person is frightened. What if here? How do I manifest this? How do I manifest this? Especially if we've got like mountains between us. How do I manifest this? But your heart is telling you here. Your heart is telling you. What is your heart telling you? Listen here to what your heart is telling you. Because if you know, how do I do this? How do I get there? How do we get there? You know, I feel I have to go on this journey, but then we go back right to the beginning here of you know, when is the best time to do this? I get the third eye chakra. Now there is some kind of telepathy with this person. You know, when you think about them, they think about you. You know, you may be miles apart. There's something here that's keeping you apart, and it's. But there is like you know, a third eye, like a spiritual connection. And it doesn't matter how far you are from each other. You know what that person is thinking. You know what and you cannot deny this. You cannot deny this. You know, you may separate, go your own way here. I get this separation, or there has been a separation in the past. You've gone your way. This other person's gone their way. But there is this pulling back like a magnet, you know, it's like a magnet. It's like drawing you back, you know. So although there is this pain here, there's also this energy of how could I do this? How could we do this? How could we bring this huge void together, you know? So I get rebuild. There's a rebuilding here. You know, it's something that seems impossible. That's what this is. I cannot commit to you because it's impossible to do so. And also, you frighten me. You frighten me. You know, and I get the darkest fears here, and that's on top of the 10 of air. Is your darkest fears that this person is pulling away and they don't want to commit to you, or they don't want to attach to you emotionally. If they do make a commitment, they're not fully in this. I get somebody here soon, because there is a separation, is going to reach out here to the other person, whoever this is, and they're going to say, where have you been, what's happening, and trying to reconnect by reaching out. Now this is either you or it's the other person here, but I do get you could either win or you could lose by reaching out to this person. Okay, and there is a belief here that you actually, this Aries, or if you're cross-watching here, this is your twin flame, okay? You actually do feel this is your twin flame. I do get a telepathy, like you know what they're thinking, you know what they're feeling. You're kind of on the same page. Intellectually, I feel. I have the 2 of water again, which is a connection of souls. And on top of that, you actually believe that this is your twin flame, okay? Yeah, for some of you, there could have been a breakup. That's been your deepest fears, that this happened because of other temptations. This person not wanting to commit, this person, you know, is fearing this. How is this going to work? You know, how is this going to work? How would we bring this together? But this person, whoever's going to reach out here, there is a move here of you know, a move to show this person that you do care for them. You know, it's something like, you know, you've let this person go, or they've let you go with this non-committal kind of, but there's a reaching out here of saying, you know what, I think we really had something special. I feel that, you know, I can't forget that time, those times we were together. I think about you a lot. When are we going to meet up again? When are we going to plan this? You know, what can I expect here? So although there is this fear, and it is quite fear, this intense kind of connection, there's how and when and can we, should we kind of thing. And I feel you cannot deny this, because this is actually, this is a strong connection, and you cannot deny this, although you have diverted on your own paths here. You cannot deny this. You're kind of looking back at this romance, this love affair, or whatever it is, and I cannot forget that. It's like once in a lifetime, and this kind of thing cannot be denied. So that there has to be, somebody has to reach out here. But I do get a sense here that this person is still not going to commit, although there is a reaching out, although you two guys are twin flames. And this is why this is so challenging, because like I said, there's the person that stays and the person that goes. And the person that stays, it's so challenging to get over those mountains, get over those obstacles here. And this is what this is, okay. Now I'm going to leave it there. Twin flame readings are quite complicated, so that's your, and if you understand about twin flames, you'll know what this is about, okay. That's your twin flame reading. If you would like your own twin flame reading or past life reading, this doesn't touch on the past life readings, but it does kind of, it's two souls, that two half souls merging together, okay, and that's what I cover with alignment to your sign. If you'd like your own personal reading, please give me an email. My email address is here at the bottom, and send me an email that you're interested in a twin flame reading, okay. So somebody, let's just summarize this, okay. First of all, it's quite complicated because twin flame connections are quite challenging, quite complicated, okay. Somebody may be making a commitment here, but at the base of this, they don't want to get, they're making the commitment, but it's like, I'm making the commitment, but I'm not going to be fully in this with you because I'm not really ready, okay, and I'm not going to be attached emotionally to you. For whatever reason, they're thinking this in their mindset. It's because they're not ready to do this, okay, but you are, okay. On the other hand, this could be somebody who's miles away in another country, another town, another state, and this person is just thinking, how are we going to bring this together? It seems an impossible task to do that, but there is this there are these thoughts of telepathy. You kind of know how that person is feeling. If you're feeling distressed for no reason, it's kind of because you're picking up on these energies, and you know when this person is going through a bad time. You kind of pick up on that. And although there's the miles and the distance between you, you're still connected, okay? And that this person is thinking, I can't do this because, how can I do this? How can we work around this obstacle? We've got mountains to move here to be together. And, I don't have, and it could be money, it could be family, it could be any kind of huge obstacle like that that's stopping this person or you being with this person. But there is an element of not able to there is a strong kind of energy here that you cannot stop thinking about this lovely special connection, and I think eventually you're not going to be able to stop it. It will eventually come together in some way. Okay, so that's what I've got here. Do you want, it's like saying, do you want to let this go? It's like a once in a lifetime thing. So I'm going to leave it there, okay? I'm trying to express what this reading is. It's quite difficult. So I'm sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and you take care, Aries. Okay, bye-bye.